All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the homicide squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work. Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Alright, let's get moving, shall we? This is my new partner.
I got the jitters again.
Do you have the address?
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
That's good to know. Okay, let's run. Walking's boring.
There's such a thing as soap, you know. Nice day for it.
Y'all gonna drive?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Because I hate driving with a keyboard. I just can't do it.
What happened to Rose?
So stupid.
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself.
This is a nice
See if you
guy.
can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
Are we any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. It's be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Wow. Why were people in the 1940s such scumbags? These people are just not nice. Here we go with the loading screens. Cool. Crime scene, 9:27 a.m. Goddamn reporters. That guy has the biggest forehead in known history.
You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
Get used to it, Phelps.
Wow.
Move it along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines.
Scumbags.
A scram.
Come on then. Let me go have a look about. There's footprints. It's like someone dragged a body. And it's naked. Fuck you, BD. What was that? Alright. Let's keep going then, shall we? Let's have a chat with the coroner first.
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Cool. Let's go have a chat with the coroner. While we're here.
Carruthers, Phelps. You make homicide? Looks like it. Galloway has been making me feel welcome.
I bet he has.
Has the scene been secured?
That's sarcasm.
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Sounds good. Let's inspect her first.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stomped.
Wow.
The cuts look superficial.
Jesus.
I'll know for sure.
What caused the blunt force injury to the face?
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the
It's
autopsy.
like someone, like, that looks like she's got a hole in her head. That's just nasty. Alright. Let's have a look at her hands. Anything of interest there? No. Doesn't really seem so. Alright. Let's have a look at her left hand. Ah, something to do with a ring, maybe?
What about this wound on the finger?
Something removed. A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Well, doesn't look like she's married because she doesn't have any. Well, there's no ring there, and there's no like indentation where the ring would have been. So you can rule out her husband. Let's see what it says on the chest.
Interesting.
Does it say "fuck you, BD"? Why is it doing that? Alright, okay. Come on. Right. It says "fuck you, BD," and I can't make out what the other thing says there.
What does the writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia? Tex? Your guess is as good as mine. Could be something to it, or it could be the killer's trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
From the temperature, I'd say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
This looks like. I can't like click the blood stains.
What can you tell me about the shoe prints?
Size 8.
Men's size 8s. Tinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Sounds good. Anything else? No. Alright, let's go look at her stuff then, which is over here. So look in the bag, see if there's anything interesting.
The victim's bag?
No. It's just the lipstick.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Classic Carmine. Nothing else there. So let's look at this. Is it a mirror or a brush? It's just a brush by the looks of it. Okay. Nothing else there. Is there something? What's this? It's a globe.
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Yeah, it's a globe. Use A and D to rotate. So what's that? That's correct. This way. So that's North America. And oh wait, I can't turn the bottom one, right, so I've got to turn it that way. There we go. Pop up. It's a lighter.
The Bomba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Cool. We've got an address. Cool.
Can we get to the Bomba? A man could die of thirst in a case like this.
God. Alright, so are we done here? I think so. It would appear that we are done, so let's go to the Bamba. Okay, he was pretty quick to get the hell out of there. Alright, you drive.
You know the way. You can drive.
The Bamba.
Where exactly are we going?
Nightclub and bar frequented by the murder victim.
The werewolf?
For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working having us some BD case for 6 months and got nothing.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, hotshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a note in the court?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, fellas. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. There's some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, so rip off the ammo and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastical.
You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with markers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. You would have found it.
Well, you never know. So it's good to check these things out. Find out the Black Dahlia. Who that is as well. If this wants to hurry up any time now. Loading. Blue Room Jazz Club. Wow. Long loading screen. There we go. The Bamba Club. 9:49 AM. Is this place even open at this time of day? It's 9:49 AM and there are people sitting in a cocktail bar.
Eggs, running.
Fuck. Who's this guy? What are you drinking?
An Irishman and a Scotsman walk into a bar. Bartender looks up and says, "What is this, some kind of joke?"
Really?
Gentlemen, what can I get you?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Interrogation
Garrett
time.
Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency. I fill in at bars across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Celine Henry.
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Wow. Scumbag. What the fuck is a hibiscus? A hibiscus.
I got a call back for that.
I'm gonna assume it's this guy.
Where's that?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine?
Going to pay for that?
Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine is...
She didn't have a ring on.
was a lovely woman.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Alright, should I doubt him? It looks a bit shifty. He's fidgeting a bit. I mean, he's looking... His eyes are straight. But I've got no way to prove that he's lying. He doesn't really look like he's telling the truth, so I'm gonna doubt.
How about a name? Wrong. This is a murder beef, McCall. You don't want any adverse publicity for this place, do you?
If I had names, I would give them to you. I like Celine.
Okay.
I'd like to see you get whoever did this.
I fucked that up.
Clear on that?
Boom.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Flying
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
So, you bought it for her?
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're going to tell me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days. Yes, I always have. But old man never knew about it.
Knowledge of husband.
You know the husband?
Sure I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. He put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
Okay. Now you see, I've got no way of proving that he's lying again. I'm gonna take a gamble and doubt.
So if it
There
wasn't
we go.
Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused. And she picked some night to push him over the edge. I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
McCall,
Okay.
you said you liked her, and yet you've been no help at all. I want Celine's address.
142 North Union. Now get the hell out of my bar.
Reward 5 hidden vehicles. I've no idea what that means, but whatever. Investigate Celine Henry's residence. Cool, let's get going. Come on, yo.
Let's get out of here.
Goddamn wait.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
God. You never get away with that these days. Alright.
Can you drive to this one?
Henry residence.
Fine. Where are we headed?
There we go. We'll go see if it's the husband. I don't know. I don't think it was, because she wasn't
find
wearing
the
her
booze
wedding
helps you
finger,
get through a
wedding
working
ring.
day?
Even.
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, fellas.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today.
A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Indeed
Always
it
the
is.
politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short to be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
Wow. Interesting. Such wildly conflicting personalities there. Working together. The Brown Derby. Or Derby. We'll see. That was a little bit shorter. This place looks like a little bit of a dump. Let's go and talk to the husband then, I suppose. Where's the front door? There it is. I can hear a TV, but it sounds good. Wait, no, the
I'll try
radio.
the back door. Wait here a second.
Radio, not TV. Didn't have TVs in the 40s. Someone broke into the house.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
So that means there's probably not much left for me. I'm just going to use an intuition point. Because it'll save time. Family burnt to death. Cops say house fire deaths are suspicious. I'll have a look at that there. Alright. something in here. That looks a bit. That's a ring box. Open up. It's empty.
Tiffany? The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
So the ring was a Tiffany ring. What you? Nothing special. Look at the picture.
A regular Amelia Earhart in her day. The ring looks distinctive.
The ring on her right hand. Can I further inspect it? Nope. See if is that a brush? Looks similar to the one we found. Anything else here? Nope. All gone. Alright, where are the rest of the clues? So I've got 2 more clues to find. One's on the fridge. If you sober up, you can find me at apartment 2.
Jacob are obviously having problems. Speaks to motive.
So he's got his own apartment.
Crime scene evidence still weighs against it being the husband. Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
So I was done from the
Don't
outside.
take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Canvas the
Burglar
neighbors.
used a pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
$30 suit. God. I think $30 could buy you a pair of socks, let alone a suit these days.
564.
Alright, let's go.
Technical services for a suspected
Knock
459 at
on
142
people's
North Union.
doors. I'm done in here. They said canvas the neighbours, so we'll go this way. See if anybody answers. Nope, it would appear there's nobody there. Let's try the other door. What's this guy doing? Just calmly chilling out, smoking a cigarette. I have to believe anybody lived past 20 back in the day. Ah, there's somebody there. Let's go talk to her.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
What's that
LAPD.
word?
Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together. What's going on, officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up. What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered? Oh my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
Is that it? Marital problems. So that's not that neighbour canvas. Have we got anybody else we can talk to? Is there somebody else in the other back garden, maybe?
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think
apparently
Jacob is
not.
our man, but we should see what he has to say.
You're behind the wheel.
And where
Jacob
exactly are we going?
Henry's apartment. Here we go.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. It's looking more and more likely.
For my money, if Rod keeps the house looking like that, she probably deserved it.
Wow.
Skipper says bring him in. Keep the hats off her back for a while.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Alright. interesting. Still curious as to what that lipstick writing was. What did it say? Fuck you, BD. Something like that.
Okay, Phelps, we go in hard. Follow my lead.
We go in hard. Why have I got a gun out? Am I going to be shooting someone? No.
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
I don't think it was
Oh my
him.
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's have a look. Looks like a book. The alcoholism illness.
This is going to help us.
Well, it is kind of. It kind of proves that he wanted to do something about his wife's obvious alcoholism problems. She wasn't stabbed, so that's useless to me. Anything over here?
You think the atmosphere's thick in here?
Nope.
You try the gas chamber.
Do you try the gas chamber? What a dick. Anything in the rubbish? No. Nothing in there. Nope. He's got a phone. What's this?
We'll be back in.
Ah. Use WASD. Ah, I see. Thanks for the... Thanks for the offer. I need you to do something. About my wife.
The oldest problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Well, you never know what it could be. It could be other things as well. That's a baseball bat.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
I don't know, it was a blunt force murder. I mean, she had a fucking hole in her skull. So, baseball bat can do that. Right, the dude's obviously on his way somewhere. Alright, what size are his shoes? They're 11.
Size 11s.
So that's... Oh, I've already looked at the shoes. God damn it. There's another here. So we've got a death threat. Anything around here? Nope. It's just a dead end. So we've got a death threat now. We've got size 11 shoes, so it wasn't him that did it himself. By the looks of it. Which is kind of good to know. Look, I've got everything I'm going to find in here, so we'll have a chat with this guy. Movements
So
of
who could have
victim.
killed Celine? Where did she go last night?
A bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Let me have a look at my evidence. There's a writing on the body. Blunt force trauma, missing jewellery, size 8 shoe prints, lipstick, Bamba Club, lighter, husband's alibi. Club owner McCall reports telephoning. Ah, there we go. So he's lying. I'll use the club owner phone
You
call.
know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't know.
So, where's the phone call? Bamba Club lighter.
We know she went to the
There we
club.
go.
The bartender there, he calls me if things are getting out of hand, and I go and I bring her home. He called me last night. I said no.
Changed his mind.
Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it.
But he's starting to wish he went now.
have to live with that.
Yep. There you are. Last contact with victim.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night, I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
But that like fits with the story that the neighbor gave us. So I'm gonna assume that's the truth.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Cool. Motive for murder.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Alright. Notebook. Death threat notes. Alright, so we'll lie and we'll use that as evidence.
I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth?
Yep.
Huh?
Death threat notes.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Oh, fight time! Bring it, bitch. Right. I can't actually remember which button does what. Whoa, how do I dodge again? Whoa. There we go. Alright. It's been that long since I actually had to fight. I don't remember which buttons did which.
And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Sounds good. Alright. There's a phone around the corner here, yes. There we go. Time to call the computer.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
I got a bit quiet.
Certainly, Detective.
Any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. In regards to the Celine Henry homicide, the owner of the Turkey Bowl restaurant at 1535 West 3rd Street says the victim was at his restaurant last night.
Turkey Bowl
Turkey Bowl restaurant. We'll check it out.
You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument. Closest match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc.
Wow. Being a coroner is really messy business. Alright, let's go to this restaurant then.
You can drive.
Turkey Bowl restaurant.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me.
I like this guy.
I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Which is a punch around the face by the sounds of it. Because you're a bit of a scumbag. Like, a lot of the men, like, in the 40s were complete dicks. By the sounds of it. At least the ones that are policemen. It's a drive-in, eh? Turkey Bowl restaurant. Cool. Looks like a takeaway or a fast food place. Wow, that dude looks a bit weird.
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're working a murder case. Mrs. Celine Henry, you called in?
Yeah, the name's Jonesco. This is my place.
You saw Mrs. Henry in here last night?
Till about 1 a.m., having dinner with a friend.
A friend?
Doing more drinking than eating.
You got that straight.
Male companion of...
Mrs. Henry was seen leaving another establishment in the company of a man. Did the two of them come here?
Yeah. I remember seeing her with a guy.
Did you see them leave?
They got into his old Pontiac. Dull brown color. I got a look at the license plate. 2B8899.
I got no reason to suspect he's lying. I mean, he called it in. So... yeah.
You have a name? Description, maybe? Come on, Mr. Nesco. We need something more to go on.
Smallish guy. Maybe 5'7". Dark complexion. Latin looking.
Male Hispanic suspect.
What time did the two of them leave?
Around 2 a.m. They were talking pretty loud. She had a black eye. Said her husband gave it to her.
Oh, that's true.
Said she was going to have him committed.
Was she a regular in here?
No. I mean, I wouldn't have recognized her face among the usual crowd.
Now, is he lying or not? It's hard to tell if I should doubt him there. It's either doubt or truth. True or doubt, because I can't prove if he's lying or not. Should I press doubt? I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna press doubt. Nope, that was
be able to
not
identify
true.
the man she was with?
Maybe. I wasn't watching him too close.
Damn it.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Nesco. Thanks for your time.
Is that it?
She wants a 5-star.
Alright, I need a phone.
You drove me up to Mulholland?
Where's the phone?
Needed some milk.
Give phone blocks. Where are you?
Blueberries all around, doll.
That's the guy.
Stuff on there. Where the hell is the phone?
Oxymoron for you.
It's on like the outside. Oh wait, maybe it is. What the hell?
Where the hell's he going with that?
Look, Pops, just hand over the money, okay?
Really?
Young fellow, okay. Oh, hold your horses. I'm getting the money.
I ain't afraid to drill you, you know.
Hey, careful with that trigger finger now. You look the nervous type.
Plug the old bastard, Lefty. If I gotta come in there, I'm spraying lead, you old coot.
LAPD, drop the weapon!
Just watch your shots, Paul.
Stay down.
Come on, motherfucker. Pop out.
Find some cover!
Oh, what's that again? Got ya. Why is this like randomly happening while I'm trying to find something else out? Middle of a case and then all of a sudden someone tries to rob something else. Is this like trying to artificially add action to the game? Maybe. Gutted though. Yeah, well, screw him. Where are we going
Should check
now?
in with R&I. Put an APB out on that plate.
That's what I wanted to do. In the first place.
That won the medal and is solving all the cases?
Yes, I am. Thank you for that.
Don't you worry, officer. Take more than taunts like that to rattle me.
Hello, computer.
You can get going.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks.
That's
Any
good.
other messages?
One, Detective. from Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Interrogate Jacob Henry.
Thanks for your help.
And
What's the latest thing?
so where's our car? It's in this direction.
He's only a rider. You can't really help.
Okay, let's go and inspect the owner of the car.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
We'll go here first.
And where exactly are we going?
Mendez could be our man.
He could be at that, but you don't want to cross the skipper, Phelps. Not a great move in your first day. He wants Henry re-interviewed. How'd you like losing your cherry, rookie?
It might be my first day here, but I've had extensive experience on other desks in the department. I think you're aware of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've been a pain in the ass before today as well.
And I shall continue to be until the end of time.
Good. That's how I like guys. You keep doing your thing. Alright. I have no idea how that's pronounced. Pantages? Pantages? You know, it's 111 Club again. Mendez's apartment, 10:49 AM. So I've only been at this about an hour. So that was an obvious thing to look at this. So Mendez's apartment 16.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Which is where exactly, I wonder? Are there instructions? Apartment 16 is the 4th floor. Is there an elevator or a lift? Nope, looks like I'm running up lots of stairs then. Dum-de-dum. But of course, everybody in LA Noire are track stars, so I can just run for days. Is that it? Yep. Right at the end over here.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
No dear. Nope. Okie dokie. Dude's place is quite big. I'm gonna use an intuition point. Seriously, there's just one clue. Well, that's kind of telling. Don't you think?
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Looks like there's a lipstick there as well. I think we've got our dude. Come on. Come on.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
This is very true. Alright, so that's that done.
We have the murder weapon. Better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
And
Do
of
not
course,
lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
go for a run. Where did he go?
Mendez, stop right there.
Come on. Yeah, god damn it.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Yeah, he does, because we're probably going to kill him. Because they had the death penalty back then, didn't they? What? They just got in the car.
Get in and drive.
Come on then. Look out my way. Da, 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 da. See, this is why I don't like driving on a keyboard. Because I'm so bad at it. Alright.
I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop this son of a bitch. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Trying to. There's other cars.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road.
Trying to. Alright, he's off the road now.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Come on then.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Yep, through the car. That made loads of sense. Damn physics. Now the evidence is pretty compelling that it's that guy. I think it's the husband. For obvious reasons.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Is that it?
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps.
Nice one.
That's quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand
it. Gutted. He was complaining about the other guy drinking anyway. Cool. The red lipstick murder. I got most of the clues. I got most of the things. To ease a guilty conscience, McCall might have offered a lead on Celine's movements after the Bamba. Well, never mind. That was fun. Alright, on to the next one.